Hello everyone, welcome to the IchimokuCharts.com daily analysis for the SP 500 for Wednesday, October the 28th. Well, a very large red-bodied candle today, and that's telling us that the sellers have made some very solid net bearish progress on the day. Quite a bearish day today for the market. The previous candle had a very small body, and it was a spinning top type candle, and that raised some doubt about the potential for termination of the first time frame downtrend that the market was in. Yesterday we highlighted that we had to keep an eye on the high of the previous candle there for a potential higher high and a higher low, and that didn't happen. So even though there was potential there, the market still continued to sell off and traded down through the Kijun-sen, which is quite important for this market. Now the close is a long way below the previous close, which tells us that the sellers have gained the keenness that they had from the, not the previous day's trading, but before that, the previous 2 days, the sellers were very keen, and they're keen again. And the market's opened up near the high and closed down near the low, which tells us that the sellers were in control when the market closed, and they're showing very strong commitment. Now, the market is interacting with a very important level of support here at 1,041 roughly, and it's a previous area of resistance that we can see over here, and it's held as support on this occasion. And we need to watch the short-term dynamics of the market as it trades over the next day or so to see whether the buyers come in and if we have a potential change of trend to the upside, although we don't have any signs of that yet. Interestingly, though, the market is interacting with the cloud, or the Kumo, and we know that the cloud will act as an area of potential support in this instance. So anywhere down through the cloud, which will go all the way down to around 990, is potential for support for this market. But we have other major swing highs or swing lows where there's potential for support, and the first to the downside after 1,041 is 1,018 or 1,017, 16, and then down to round number 1,000, which will be very important for this market on the way down, and a few other levels below that. Now the market is still just trading up above the cloud or the Kumo, which means that the market has an overall positive bias, but it's so close to trading within the cloud that we might as well call this market neutral. So we've had a very, very strong change of character in this market. We can see for quite a long period of time the market has been trading up above the cloud, and now a potential very important change. Now, what we want to see if we're long or longer term time frame long in this market, we'd like to see the market bounce off this cloud and for the second time frame uptrend that the market was in to continue on its way up. So there is potential for that to happen, but there's no reading the short-term dynamics of this market. There's no potential for it to happen at the moment. Now we are trading down below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. The Kijun-sen is the pink line and the Tenkan-sen is the green line, and that is telling us that the market is bearish, and the Tenkan-sen is pointing down, and pointing down fairly sharply, reflecting this very strong down move that the market's in. This first time frame downtrend has gathered a lot of momentum. Quite often, though, what we see is that when we get strong moves like this, especially after some sort of iffy candles, it may be the end of a downtrend. It could be that final burst of enthusiasm from the sellers that does bring about a change in the trend. But we don't have any evidence for that at the moment. So even though we sometimes we see that, and we have that final burst of enthusiasm from the bears, quite often it is the termination of a downtrend, but no evidence, as I said. The only thing that we feel is important here is this 1,041 level and the cloud or the Kumo. So we need to watch the short-term dynamics of this market. If we have a solid close down below here, then, as I've said before, this support level is probably going to come into play.